Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Illusion Fox Gaming. Today we are doing the level 4 or level 94 ranged DPS role quest. Take me to your leader. Sito Jha is patiently waiting for the resistance to finish interrogating the captured highwaymen. And I guess I'd say the resistance has been interrogating the captured highwaymen for long enough to get some answers from them. With any luck, we may even learn more about where we can find Chalteaufite. I'm sure the commander is as eager as we are to put a stop to his misdeeds. Let's go and see if she's unearthed any useful information. I mean, certainly hope she did. I was just about to send someone for you. Glad you could save me the bother. A favor to ask of you both. I'm going to let the criminal walk free, and I want you to follow him. You see, our questing has revealed that the bandits are indeed working with Chalteaufite. If you cut one of them loose, he might lead us straight to their den. But if the mission fails and you're discovered, you may find yourselves confronted with an untold number of outlaws. Of course, I considered sending my own men, but I suspect that by now the bandits know our faces. After her little display in the gully, I'm sure she alone can handle whatever trouble may come her way. I'll go with her. If this really does lead us to Chalteaufite, I need to be there when we find him. Very well, but if it comes to a fight, you stay behind her, understood? I'll have the suspect brought over now, but remember what I said and stay out of sight until he leaves. Don't look at me like that. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? Aye, that you did. Several times. And as much as it galls me, there's no evidence to contradict your claim that you are acting in self-defense. Nor is there tangible proof of any other wrongdoing. We have no choice but to let you go. You have somewhere to go, I presume? Well, I suppose I can find work loading caravans in Alighieri. Seems as good a place as any for making a quick... turning over a new leaf. In that case, I'll have you escorted there, but you'd best keep your nose clean or we'll come down on you like a ton of bricks. Turn over a new leaf, my arse. He'll be back among his thieving mates before long, and you'll be right there behind him. For now, all we need to know is the location of their dead. Do not attempt to approach the suspects. I'll send word ahead to Alighieri. Once you have the information we need, report to the troops stationed there. This is the chance we've been waiting for. Let's go. Oh, I'm so tired after coming home from work. There he is. So much for finding work in Alighieri. He's only just arrived and he's already leaving town. Now comes the tricky part, keeping our eyes on him and his eyes off of us. Stick close, but not too close. These quests suck. So piss poor tribe try and get rid of us. There for a moment he actually had some intelligence, and then he thought better of it. It's like there were such promise for you there for just the briefest of moments. Those are the merchants we met at Porta Pretoria. So they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts, is that it? Not only that, but you came crawling straight back here, leading whoever they sent to you track you right back to our doorstep. I swear, no one followed me. The soldiers took me as far as Alighieri, and then went back the way they came. I'm sure there were specks in the distance before I even set foot outside of the town. I suppose I have no choice but to take you at your word. Not that it's worth much. Not this charade is at an end. Let's change into something a little less drab. Chalteaufite? Why do you make us fight that one without the blessing? She could have killed a lot of us without breaking a sweat. A mere oversight, that is all. Though it pains me to admit it, even with the invulnerability granted by the artifact, the likes of us are ever at the mercy of the truly powerful. Never expect that Mumujab wretch to hire a warrior of such caliber to retrieve the vessel. A pox on those interfering nincompoops. But the Mujal girl didn't seem a bad sort. Naive maybe, but it's plain that her heart's in the right place. You truly are pathetic. Not only did you fail miserably, but now you're sympathizing with the enemy? Again, one good reason why I shouldn't rid myself of you permanently. Now please, we owe everything to you, Chalteaufite. Without you, we are nothing. They were all in on this from the beginning, with Chalteaufite pulling the strings. If this is how he treats his friends, imagine what he'd do to his enemies. You couldn't stay away, could you? What? And so you led them right to us. Kakul Jaw, eliminate this vermin. Let me handle this. You're from Tyrol, working here as a mercenary, yes? The ones who hired you stole the Steel Hog vessel from my village. We need its blessing to stand chance against the beasts of the forest. I can't return home without the vessel. Either return home empty-handed or you won't be returning at all. I'd rather not harm a fellow Tyrali, so get out of here before I change my mind. I've bought enough time by listening to your blathering. Don't let me catch you sniffing around our tails. Chalteaufite and his underlings are out of sight. I thought I could make that Kakul Jaw sense, but he is clearly in no mood to listen. I'd say our best option is to report to the resistance members in Nalagiri and share what we've learned. Okay, well, let's do just that here then. Regardless of how things turned out, we appreciate your cooperation in the investigation. The information you provide has certainly given us a lot to consider. When I hear, you almost came to blows with the Mamuja sellsword, or cell axe, I suppose. Glad they didn't come to violence, especially given the power these bandits have at their disposal. Even so, we thank you for braving such a dangerous mission. No thanks are needed. We're just as much a part of this investigation as the Resistance. And I'm sure we can agree we'll need to work together to take down Chalteaufite and his gang. Their performance at Porta Pretoria showed just how cunning they are. It seems so, yes. Told their little act was most convincing. I'll be sure to warn my comrades against any similar shenanigans. As for the two of you, be careful out there. All things considered, I'd say that went fairly well. Chalteaufite used the same trick as the same time he came to my village, namely posing as a simple trader when he's in fact a dastardly thief. Still, not even the most skilled actor could fake the fear in his men's eyes. It appears that Chalteaufite has complete control over them, and they are powerless to resist. The only one who doesn't seem afraid of him is Kakul Jaw. He even let us go when he had no obligation to do so. I think if we had the chance to talk, we might find some common ground. I mean, we can always give it a try. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. I knew you would. I've never been much of a fighter, but I make up for it in other ways. Fairly good judge of character, for one. For most of my life, I've lived in a remote village deep in the forest. I had hardly any contact with the outside world, so the thought of talking to strangers was quite daunting at first. But over the course of my journey, I've traveled through all kinds of places. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Wherever you go, people are people. In the end, our cultures and the places where we go up don't make that big of a difference. None of us are perfect, and we each have our faults. And even if it's harder to find in some than in others, I believe there is good in all of us. That's why I hope we have another chance to speak with the thieves in Kokujia. I'm certainly not strong enough to beat any sense into them, so I'll try talking some sense into them instead. Having said all that, I can't even feel even a shred of goodness in that Chalteaufite. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, or perhaps violence is the only language he understands. Things might get a little rough before he's willing to listen. Anyway, we can save him for last. I'll try thinking of a way to reach out to the other members of the gang. Give me a little time, would you? And so that was the quest, the level 94 ranged DPS world quest, Take Me to Your Leader. Thank you for joining us here today for this little video here on YouTube. Hopefully we'll see you again either for another video on YouTube or maybe one of our mini streams over on Twitch. Till then though, have a wonderful rest of your day.